wanted to do my June wrap up. I have a lot of books to go through, so let's just get on with it. The first book that I read isn't really a book, it's more like a graphic novel, and it is Teen Titans Go and Scooby-Doo Team Up. And this was a free comic book day comic. They're two very short comics. I really enjoyed the Scooby-Doo one. Not so much the Teen Titans Go one. Yeah, it was alright and kind of cutesy, but really don't know anything about Teen Titans Go, so it just kind of, happened. Right, and then it was the TBR Takedown Readathon and the Yearathon. It was kind of both of the readathons in that first week, I guess, from Monday to Sunday. And the TBR Takedown Readathon had challenges. And the first one was to book you have been on your TBR for more than a year, an unread sequel, first book in a series, out of your comfort zone, a book from a recent haul, and then the Yearathon was catch up / finish a series. So I think I did rather well. Each one kind of went through all of those challenges as well as it was for both readathons, so that kind of worked. So the first 3 books that I read for those readathons, wrong. The first 4 books that I read for those readathons was High Five, Hot 6, 7-Up, and Hard 8, and I really enjoyed these 4 books. They're part of the One for the Money, the Stephanie Plume trilogy, I think is what it's called, or trilogy. Stephanie Plume series is, I think, what it's called. But I really enjoyed these books. It's just cute and quirky and fun and just an easy read, so I really enjoyed it. The next books that I read is still part of that readathon, and it is Left Behind, Tribunal Force, and Nikolai, whatever. And that is by Timothy LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. These are a very thought-provoking read, and this is another long series. I don't want to dwell on it too much. I just got into the world, into the story, but this is a book that's definitely not for everyone. Alright, next I read Arcadia Falls, and this is by Carol Goodman. This book was kind of choppy for me. I mean, the characters were great, and I really liked a few scenes in here, but the rest of it I didn't really like that much. Alright, The Other Boleyn Girl by Philippa Gregory, and this is my second time reading it. I think it was a little bit better the second time. The first time I had a really hard time with it because it's they're pumping out their teenage daughter. But the second time I had a little bit better, it was a little bit easier for me to read on account of I knew what was happening and I kind of know where the book's going. I don't know. Then I read Dreamland by Sarah Dessen, and this was a very emotional read. Well, it's a little darker than I thought it would be, but it is really well written and I really enjoyed the book. So since June is a audiobook month, or the audiobook month I rather should say, I listened to Remember Me by Sophie Kinsella, and I don't know, this book, it kind of got on my nerves. It's Sophie Kinsella kind of has this thing where she has irritating main characters. I don't know, only read The Shopaholic and I listened to this one, but I still kind of see I don't know, she irritates me. Not as much as Rebecca Bloom would, but still along those lines. I also read Teen Titans Go Party, and I got this free for a giveaway, so I figured that I should read it. And it was okay. Again, I couldn't really know what was going on account of I don't really know any of these characters or have any I'm not invested in them. I mean, it was funny and quirky, but I think I would appreciate it more if I knew or watched the show. And I read Time Enough for Love, To Love, and this is by Jenna Jackson, and this is a bind-up of 3 books, and they are Betrayal, and something else. I really liked it. I never heard of the author before, but it really surprised me. It's on my book blog if you want to know more about it. Alright, next I participated in the Rainbow Readathon, and this one is very simple. You take books that are the colors of the rainbow, and that is your TBR, and you do it by the spine. So my red was The Nanny Secret, and this is by Elizabeth Lane, and this one is a super sweet and memorable read. I love the Desire books because they're very short, and I mean, they're just easy to pick up and read real quick, and that's it. Then I read To the Nuns, and this is by Janet Evankovich. Definitely not as strong as the other ones, but it was still a pretty entertaining read. Then I read How to Knit a Wild Bikini, and this is by Kirsty Ridgway, and this is actually a starting of a new series. It was funny and quirky. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up the rest of the series anytime soon, but I did like this book. Then I read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and this is by John Gray, PhD. Ever since I watched Clueless, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to read that book, kind of like for giggles and stuff. It's more like a book to like try to understand the opposite sex, or like when you're in a couple. But towards the end, it kind of seemed a little biased to the guy. So I don't know. I was looking up reviews online, and a lot of them are like they love this book or they hate this book. So I don't know. It was kind of in between, which is really rare for this book, it seems. Right. Blue was 10 Big Ones, and this is by Janet. This one was not. It was kind of a miss for me. I didn't really like it as nearly as much as I liked the other ones in the series. And then my purple is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. Sorry. And this is an amazing set of short stories. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it actually more than I thought, and like when I was reading it, like the Bare Necessity song kept like popping in my head. Don't ask why. Right, so after the readathon, I wanted to read something a little bit easier to read, because I've been like pounding down the books like super hard lately, and I read Seconds, and this is by Brian Lee O'Malley. It's fun and cute and also a little dark. I'm definitely going to have a I'm definitely going to have a review on my book blog on this graphic novel. I really, really enjoyed it. It's like she's given the chance to like undo one of her mistakes, and she kind of takes advantage of it. So I really, really enjoyed it. It was really cute, and let me show you. Where's a good one? Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. And then I read 11 on Top and 12 Sharp, and again, they weren't as good as the other ones. I'm starting to be really sad about that because there's like 20 something in the series, so I'm hoping that it kind of like bounces back from this. Right, and then I listened to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stag Larson. Yeah, Larson. These were super intense reads, and listenings, you know what I mean. They're very interesting and a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoyed it. I'll probably be listening to The Girl in the Corpse this month. So, yeah, I'm actually really, really glad I read these. And then I read The Iron Trial, and that is by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, and I thought it was an amazing start to the series. I love the world and its characters, and I cannot wait to see where they go with it. Alright, and then last up, I read the first 3 books of the Harry Potter series. I am rereading them, and I love them as much as I did the first and second time. So I'm just really glad that I'm going back to me Harry Potter. But yeah, that's everything. That's all the books that I have read. Alright, I don't know how long this video is, because I'm filming on a new camera and I can't actually see how long it's been. So, let's just go through all of the statistics or numbers or whatever you want to call it, and then we'll go into the very short pile of TBR books that I have picked. I have read 9,495 pages, and that comes from 27 books, 2 of which are graphic novels that I don't have the numbers for, so that's not added into the title, and I have listened to 3 audiobooks. I don't have that many books that I want to read so far in the month of July, so let's just get into the TBR. I do want to read a few of the comic books, like the comics that I have and collected. I have the Avengers, and this was a free comic book day comic. I have another Avengers that I got at the BX like a long time ago, and then I have another one from the BX, and this is Captain America. I don't know, I've had these 2 forever in my bookshelf, and I just want to read them, because I think it's about that time. Next, I also have 2 library books, and it is The Prophecy and The Warrior, and this is by Ellen O. And these 2 are in a series, or they're a duology. I'm not sure. I don't even know what order they go in, but I will figure that out, and then I will read them, and it should be awesome. And then the last book that I want to read is Remedy by Suzanne Young, and I just got this book, and I really, really want to read it, so I'm going to read it. Yeah. Sorry, this wrap-up and TBR is kind of all over the place, and I'm filming with a new camera, so I'm trying to like figure that all out, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep, so yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. I hope you guys have a great night, day, whenever you're watching this, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. Bye!